Hey viewer, come back to another video. Today I want to talk about your circle or the people around you, and I want to focus the video on choosing people who want to see you win, not necessarily people who who want to make you feel good all the time. And I'm gonna start this video by just giving a little personal story. Like in my earlier 20s, I was I was feeling a little lost basically. It's a transition from like a teenager to like an adult. Didn't really know what I wanted to do in life. Didn't know what I really wanted, and I started listening to a professor named Jordan Peterson, and I started listening to some of his lectures. Some of his lectures were helping me develop, and one of the harshest lessons he taught, well, he said this, like, just to paraphrase, he was like, he notices a lot of young people nowadays, they want their voices to be heard, they want to change the world, they want to have their opinions heard, but he said some of these kids don't even have their room clean. And he wasn't talking about like a personal thing. He was like, their physical rooms are filthy, and they want to be on the internet, say, thinking that they could clean up somebody else's mess, and they can't even clean up their own room. And he went on to like advise, clean up your own room first, and spruce up your own life, and then come back and talk. It was a lesson that hit a little home because me myself, I was a little untidy. You know, I wasn't like, it was, my room wasn't a pigsty, but I would say that, I would just admit that I'll be looking for things and I couldn't find them. It's night and day today. Today I got my stuff a lot in order, and all I know where my stuff is. Like if I need my guitar, I need a book, I know exactly where it is. But there's an ancient saying that says the people who love you the most are going to be the hardest on you. And it's gonna be, I realize in life it's gonna be hard to pinpoint those people, because the first time, as human beings, we're naturally how we are. The first time we feel on discomfort, we want to run away, we want to go away from the discomfort. And unfortunately, real people who want to see you win, people who are not going to tolerate you being a slob, people who are not going to tolerate you wasting your money, people who are not going to tolerate you squandering your talent, unfortunately sometimes they're going to rub you the wrong way, because they're not going to be the friend, right? You come home from having a good time out, you guys were out, eating or something. He comes to your house, he notices your room is a pigsty. The person who really love you, he's not the type of friend to be like, to just ignore it, and have another drink with you and make you go on in this mess. No, the real friend is going to be the friend to be like, yo, it stinks in here. What are you doing? It stinks there. And that's uncomfortable. That's not something you want to hear. The truth is not something we want to hear at all, at times. Even though a lot of us may think we want to hear it, sometimes some of us, we will be like, oh, I just want some real people in my life. I want real people. I want real friends, but I want real relationship partners. But a lot of times we don't even know what we're asking for. When real friends start to really come your way, and they're gonna tell you what you don't want to hear sometimes. And that's how you formulate a circle who wants to see you win, not necessarily wants you to feel good all the time. It's great to go out with friends who, if you are amongst, like, if you're on the same age, you have the same interests, you guys probably go to the same school, work at the same job, it's cool to go out with some friends and have a good time. That's very important for your social life. But when it comes to personal development, it's iron that sharpens iron. So you could have a great time with somebody who's not going nowhere with their life. And this is just how human beings is. All of us are. We all share this trait. How you are inside is how you're going to treat other people. Like, if you don't care enough about your life to be hard on yourself, to expect a lot from yourself, you won't expect a lot from other people, and you won't feel a drive to help them improve. You won't feel a drive to be like, so when you go with that friend, you won't even feel the need to tell them, yo, your room is filthy, man. Like, if you have a friend, they spend a lot of money and they always complain, oh my gosh, I'm broke. you won't have the drive to tell them, hey, listen, you're broke all the time, not because the system is bad, or not because life is against you. It's just that you have a bad spending habit and you need to stop. you know and these kind of people can rub us wrong, and when because they rub us wrong, we may shun them, and we may actually take people who just make us feel good. They flatter us. They make us feel nice about ourselves, and they tell us, oh, how good you are, and how this and all that. And then but then 5 years later, you're gonna look back and be like, yo, we're like, I'm in the same place where I was when I was 20. Like, if you're a 20-year-old person watching this video, or whatever age you are, 5 years later, you're gonna feel really bad about yourself if you're the same person that you was all those years ago. No change, no development, no boost in awareness, nothing. You're doing the same things, have the same habits, same money problems, same spending problems, same eating disorders, same thing. A lot of that is going to is based upon your circle. Another financial thing I hear all the time, I don't know if I'm going to say this properly, but they say, like, you earn the money you earn is about, like, your friend group. Like, you earn, I think, $100 within your friend group, something like that. Somebody could research the proper quote. But basically, even financially, you earn the amount your friends are doing, like the people you keep consult with. If you keep consult with people who just about buying material things, you understand, they just about material, but buying material things, and then no one is thinking about saving, no one is thinking about investment, no one is holding no one accountable, like, yo, you don't need that bag, like, no, you don't need that shoe, no, you don't need this, you don't need the most expensive car, you just need a car. No, if you and your friend group are not having these conversations, eventually all of you are going to be stagnant in the same place, and then what happens is that, like, there's going to be that one moment where it spills, where you start feeling resentful at them, like, yo, why no one ever told me this? I know I find very interesting about people, on the flip side of this, what I'm talking about, I find very interesting that people who don't advise you to improve yourself, or they advise you to do things in life. For example, there'll be friends that you have who they'll advise you to do stuff like buy a certain shoe. I find very interesting, when you buy the shoe and you're in financial debt, a lot of time, or you're financially struggling, or you buy something and you're financially struggling, it's very interesting how these people make themselves scarce. After giving you all the advice in the world, after telling you you need this, after making you feel like you need to do this, they make themselves really scarce. It's like they disappear all of a sudden. Like, sometimes some friends, they encourage you to sleep around. Like, they say, oh yeah, go beat that guy, beat that girl, whatever. Then when you catch a STD, or when you get somebody pregnant, or you get pregnant, all of a sudden they quiet. All of a sudden they're looking at you strange, like, look at you pregnant over there. And that shows you they just live in the thrill of the moment. They don't care about you that much to really value you and tell you what you need to hear. Like, if instead of encourage you to just sleep around, for example, a real friend will tell you, like, before you sleep with somebody, be responsible, make sure this person at least cares about you, make sure there's a connection, make sure you're sleeping with a responsible person, so if a child happens or something happens out of that relationship, you're not squabbling now, you're not like in pandemonium. That's what a real friend will do. But again, the real friend will come off as boring, because, oh, you don't want me to date nobody, you don't want me to go out and all that. But that's how it is. And so I guess what I really mean from this video is just like, try to boost your awareness of the difference between comfort and somebody who really means you well. Some things in life gives us a lot of comfort, they make us feel very good, but they're not good for us in the long run. And people are no different. There are some people, they're good right now, they make you feel good, they're funny. Some people be funny, they're lit, as people would say. But pay attention if they're good for you. All right, like, share, subscribe.